Namaskar Mandali. In today's Pravachan by Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj, we are lovingly reminded of the importance of keeping God in our thoughts at all times, not just during prayer or worship, but even amidst the troubles of old age, illness, or daily life. Maharaj emphasizes that no matter what situation we are in, the remembrance of God alone brings peace and gives meaning to both joy and suffering. After the Pravachan, we will reflect on a beautiful and moving incident from the life of the great Saint Tiruppaan Alvar, who embodied this message through every breath of his existence. Maintain constant consciousness of God. An old worn shoe needs repairs every now and again. Our body, in advanced age, similarly, suffers from one trouble and another. This is only natural. We should give it the treatment it needs, but should not worry. Indeed, the physical trouble and handicaps should be turned to good account by making us more aware of the presence of God. Illness and old age should be used to divert the mind from the body and the world and its activity towards God and spiritual thought. If we can maintain awareness of God, we shall be able to enjoy happenings in His creation, even the perils and difficulties, as we enjoy watching the changing fortunes of a sporting event. One who knows swimming will not find fun in just tame, straightforward swimming. He will dive now and then, change his course and so on to create interest. Similarly, one who lives ever conscious of the presence of the Lord will enjoy even the devious course of events in His creation. Once we recognize a thing and understand its nature, it ceases to cause a feeling of dread. Similarly, passions and desires lose their dread once we recognize them and their nature. If we always remember that everything that happens is by God's will, all that we have to do is to control our reactions and responses. Actually, it is we ourselves, that is, our reactions and reluctances, that obstruct our progress on the path of spirituality. Since God is omnipresent, He is also where our responses spring from. Consequently, remembering the name of God gives a proper direction to the responses. We should always remember the Lord or the Sadguru, and pray to Him in all humility. These temptations I cannot resist and overcome except by your grace. My experience has convinced me that there can be no peace or happiness but with you, and yet my responses, untrained and uncurbed, obstruct me in my approach to you. This is sheer ignorance on my part. I realize that my ultimate goal is to know you, that is, in the last analysis, my own true self. Be you gracious and grant me that my mind and heart reside at your feet. I desire nothing but what you will. Let your name ever be on my tongue. I shall try my best, but do you help me? Personal reflection. Tiruppaan Alvar was born in a humble Pannar family, a community known for its devotional music. Though socially excluded from temple life, his heart was forever immersed in the Lord's name and glories. With his veena in hand, he would sing praises of Lord Ranganatha from the banks of the Kaveri River, his eyes ever filled with divine longing. One day, as he was deeply absorbed in the Lord's remembrance, the temple priest Lokasaranga came to fetch water for the deity and found him blocking the path. Lost in God consciousness, Tiruppaan Alvar did not hear the priest. Offended, Lokasaranga threw a stone to move him aside. The Alvar, humble and unoffended, quietly stepped away. But that night, Lord Ranganatha appeared in the priest's dream and said, "You have struck me, for my devotee is always one with me. Bring him to my temple, on your shoulders." Overcome with remorse, the priest did just that. He carried Tiruppaan Alvar into the sanctum of Lord Ranganatha. As the saint gazed upon the Lord's form for the very first time, he burst into ecstasy, singing the Amalan Adhipiran, 10 verses describing the Lord's divine beauty from feet to crown. As he completed the final verse, his soul merged with the Lord in eternal bliss. Tiruppaan Alvar had remained ever conscious of God, even without entering the temple, even while enduring rejection, and in the end, it was the Lord himself who brought him in. His life shows us that God consciousness is not about outer circumstances. It is the inner flame we keep alive at all times. Maharaj's words today invite us to turn every moment, whether of health or sickness, joy or suffering, into an offering to God. Just as Tiruppaan Alvar maintained unbroken remembrance despite the world's rejection, we too must learn to make God our closest and constant companion. Let us try in thought, word and deed to live with God in our hearts and His name on our lips.